Welcome to another episode of One on One with Glen and Brent. I'm Brent.
I'm Glen.
And we're going to start things off tonight with a big announcement. Been some changes at Two Men, One Couch Productions. Glen, you want to tell everyone the good news? What I hope is good news?
Well, it's all happening pretty quickly around here. Two Men, One Couch Productions has been purchased by Glencoe.
Outstanding.
I am the president of Glencoe. It's been around since 2002.
Right. I saw that on your LinkedIn profile.
Mm-hmm. We've just been wheeling and dealing lately. I mean, it was a logical step to take. And I think under the Glencoe umbrella, this whole thing will take off. And I'm really pleased. I'm really happy. And
do you anticipate any layoffs or redundancies?
Let me just say that
especially amongst people who are the titular hosts of the shows that they are on.
I'm a big fan of what you do, and I'm looking forward to advancing our goals into the future.
All right. Well,
at this time, let's not talk anymore about that side of it.
All right. Well, let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about some hoops. Your Louisville Cardinals. We've had a good season, but not the great season that we thought. Now, by any measurement, really, it's been a really great season, except by the fan metric, under which we can never be satisfied because of our past success.
Yes,
we've been spoiled, so that this year, we have only good losses: UK, at UNC, Duke, Virginia. We have 3 of our 4 losses were against top 5 teams. Not bad losses, but still people seem disappointed.
It's true. I'm not exactly sure why, besides the fact that we were Final Four bound 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. But it could have something to do with Russ being gone. Even those games where we couldn't score, there was always Russ to bail us out.
Right now we're looking at a situation where I think the last 2 games, only 4 of our players have scored. We have our Fab 4, if you will, of Chris Jones, Terry Rozier, Montrezl Harrell, and Fat Wayne Blackshear. And I guess people are nervous because ideally you have more than 4 scoring options on your team. But the rest of the guys are young, and while Rick seems confident in their future, he doesn't seem to think they're going to be turning the corner anytime soon. Mm-hmm. So that leaves the question, can we make a deep run with a team that only has 4 legitimate scorers on it?
What we know about Patino teams at U of L, they get much better at around this time.
It's true. This is February.
I think our defense has been strong all year.
I think we're playing great defense.
Our offense, to me, it feels like it's just a tweak here and there, you know?
Tweak.
Get Mango a little more involved in what we're trying to do. I mean, he's very athletic.
Seems like Mango, it's his inconsistency, though. He'll have a great play, followed immediately by a terrible play. Is he rushing things? Is it mental? I think he has the physical ability there. Sophomore slump?
It's hard to say. He gets physically overmatched a lot, is what I've noticed. Mm-hmm. I don't think he bulked up in any way over the offseason. That's all I can say. Because he seemed like a pretty strong player last year.
I still feel like a great ceiling, great potential for Mango. As we recall, Gorgie wasn't Gorgie until about halfway through his sophomore season, and that his junior year is where it all really came together. We could still expect big things. I don't know if I expect Gorgie things, but I do expect a better year next year for Mango, hopefully.
We'll have an interesting team next year with all our starters besides Mango going away.
Yeah. Interesting is the word we want to use. So let's just briefly preview a couple games coming up. At the time this episode hits, we will probably still be looking forward to games against at Syracuse.
Well, that game has already happened.
Oh, well then we beat Syracuse.
Yeah, I felt bad for Syracuse losing that game so handily to us. They have their off-court struggles. They're making lemonade out of what they've got.
Well, Syracuse did the Syracuse thing in which they beat up on cupcakes through the non-conference and then they started off their conference strong against the lesser teams. So they were rolling into like a top 10 position, lauded, but we were sort of seeing their true colors here as the year goes on, I think.
Yeah.
So let's just say we beat Syracuse. Following that up with Miami at home. And we already toasted Miami at Miami. Do you really expect they're going to put up much of a fight at the Yum Center?
I think in the first half, it'll be very close, and we'll be almost tied at halftime, and we're going to say, what's going on? This team, U of L, we're not getting any better. And then we blow them out in the second half.
There you go. So we have a stretch of very winnable games coming up, and we have some redemption chances against Virginia at home on senior night. We could steal that one back. I feel much better about things.
Virginia game that we recently lost. It's too bad that we heard that there were the balls were tainted, and the refs.
You don't want tainted balls.
No. So we feel good about our chances back at home, where those issues have been ironed out, and we'll be in the stands. We have front row seats, and we'll be there.
We'll be there. All right, we're going to move on now to our incredibly popular new segment called, what do we call it? Stop Glynn, I guess. In which we use I took the dust jacket off for some reason, but it is the ESPN College Basketball Encyclopedia. I will riffle
first.
I'm going to riffle, and then I'm going to rifle through the pages. I'm going to land on a page, and then Glenn Reed is going to tell us everything he knows about the team that I have completely randomly. I got to get to the section with teams, though. Okay. Are you ready, Glenn?
Yes.
Tell me when.
Now.
Glenn. Oh. Tell us everything you know about North Carolina. That should be more challenging than that. But
North Carolina Tar Heels, currently coached by Roy Williams. I'm afraid their iconic coach, Dean Smith, passed away.
That's very sad.
This month.
A giant.
Very much beloved. Mm-hmm. Hated by U of L fans, though, because he beat us often in some of our better years in the 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. But we had his number a few times. But he had a big advantage because he had players such as Michael Jordan.
I've heard that name.
Sam Perkins, James Worthy, Tyler Hansbrough.
Cycler T.
He didn't have Ben Hansbrough.
No, he was at Notre Dame.
And in fact, Roy Williams coached Tyler Hansbrough. So, but it's a big web there in North Carolina. They have blue on their uniforms.
Powder blue.
Powder blue.
A little effeminate, but whatever.
So the fans are UK-ish.
That's an insult to one or the other.
They have a Lexington feel about them. I've experienced some of that.
That's definitely an insult to one or the other. We'll let them figure out who's just been insulted. Do you need to go on? I think it's pretty clear you know UNC. This segment was a complete failure this week, and I do apologize.
I enjoyed saying what I said.
Well, anything else we say before we wrap it up here, Glenn? It feels like something's missing in a way. I've really enjoyed the season so far, but...
Well, there's plenty of...
This is not what I was talking about.
Hello?
It was
Welcome.
exactly what I was talking about.
Hey, big guy.
Well, hi.
I heard that you're taking over. You remember me, don't you?
I remember peeling your face off in my car.
Well,
Yeah, you were a bad date, but you had your chance, and I said no. But now, I'm saying yes.
okay.
President of Glencoe, huh? All right. I heard you're a virgin, but I can change that.
I didn't hear that.
It's true. It's true, Brent. What do you say, big guy? How about a night out in town with Jasmine Canyon?
It sort of hurts my ego just a little bit that you waited until now.
I need money. Money, honey.
What do you say to her
I'm not gonna lie.
when she looks like this?
Ah, God.
Well, that is getting there.
You know?
This is the same thing that happened the last
Does this
time.
look a little more to your
Hold on a
liking?
second,
Something a little
bud.
more like that? Does that do it for you a little bit?
You guys,
Well,
I
I don't want to admit
One of
it.
those. And when she's not
come on
looking
now.
right at you, that's...
You want me to get...
Well,
come on.
come on, don't fight it, honey.
Okay,
Come on.
Okay, we'll talk about this
Okay.
later. All right, we'll talk later.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
All right. Well,
The best is coming off.
he's getting a little hot under the collar. Well, that feels a little more like home. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please check us out at Glen and Brent on the Twitter. Please email us. glenandbrent@gmail.com. Is that what it is? Something like that. With Brent and Glenn. You'll find it. check out Two Man, One Couch, brought to you by the good people at Glencoe.
Come on back here.
The good
buddy.
person at Glencoe.
Get it.
And until then, we'll see you later. Go Cards!